Are your kitchen and bathroom way overdue for a remodel? Well, I got the guy for you. Call John Sellers at First Response Contracting, 484-256-7136. Both residential and commercial services, and he's licensed and insured. Call him at 484-256-7136. First Response Contracting. Hello, this is Brad Weisman. You're listening to Real Estate and You. We're back in the studio. And Carson always makes fun of me when I say that, which is kind of funny. That's why I keep doing it. But we have a repeat guest here that I'm very excited about. This woman, this lady, she does a serious amount of business. She's on the top of her game for many, many years. Her name is Kelly Spayd. She's from our office here. She's also a good friend. And I just want to say hello.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I got back from Alaska not too long ago.
That's amazing.
So I'm doing great. And I didn't get bit by a bear, so that's good.
And you came back.
And I came back alive. So I'm all good. I'm all good. So how long has it been since we talked?
Well, we talk often.
Yeah, but like a year on the show.
Probably over a year.
Over a year. Wow. Way too long, right? So since then, have you seen changes?
I have. Every day there's a change.
Right. No, but I mean, okay, let's go with that, but let's go with trend. Is there any trend changes? Is anything changing, like you're seeing, wow, this is definitely becoming a trend, not just a blip?
I do. Well, obviously the big talk is the rates.
Right.
So
yeah,
from
obviously.
a year ago, from 6 months ago, they definitely increased.
Yeah.
And we're all adjusting to that.
Yeah.
But this is the new day. This is our new life with these rates.
It's what we have.
Correct.
If you want to buy a house, this is the way it is.
You're right.
And we all know that, our parents tell us stories about 16%, 17%. Mm-hmm. So we'll be telling these stories someday, or our kids will be telling stories like this someday. But, it's not that. We are not there. We're at 7.5% around.
Which is normal.
Which is pretty much normal. Exactly. So do you find, has it affected your business, that the rates?
A tad.
Okay.
But I can't say it's because of that. I feel if you educate your clients and educate everyone around you, even your co-agents and everybody that you talk to, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
This is a normal right now, and you can always refinance when the rates do come back down. I don't think they're going to be here to stay. No,
and I don't think so either. And every indicator is saying that. They're all saying, the mortgage business, what is it, the Mortgage Bankers Association, the MBA, they're saying it's going to come down possibly by the end of this year, which would be wonderful. They're saying that next year, I know like even NAR, National Association of Realtors, is saying rates are going to come down.
Correct.
I think what's interesting about this whole thing, and you can tell me, we still have a lot of buyers.
We do.
Right?
They're just waiting. And
right.
I want them to be able to purchase a house because rent is more than a mortgage payment at 7.5%.
You're exactly right. I'm seeing people paying for rental like $2,200, $2,500, $2,600.
That's the average right now, which is a lot for Berks County.
It is a lot for Berks County. So what are you telling buyers that have put in, I'm sure you have buyers that have several offers.
Yes.
They get discouraged.
Of course.
What do you say to them to keep them going?
Well, in the past couple of months, you can see that maybe we're not offering $30K over asking. Maybe the buyers that might not have as much in the bank, they have $25,000 out of pocket. They're having a better chance of winning an offer, and their excitement can come back to having a chances of getting that house. So a lot of homes are now selling 10 to 15K over, and not the crazy 50, 60K. So there is still competition. There's still not enough houses, but I feel like our first-time home buyers have a better shot right now.
They have a chance.
Even though their mortgage payment is higher than it was a year ago, 2 years ago, I always relay to them that I do feel they're going to be able to refi in the next 2 to 3 years, even in 6 months.
Yeah.
They might be able to come back in and have a lower rate. So the education for them is important, and hold their hand and just tell them it will be okay.
Expectations, right?
Correct.
Building expectations.
For sure.
What's up, Hugo?
I have a question. Is there any drawback or disadvantages on refinancing, or is this refinancing just getting a better rate?
Correct.
Yeah,
it depends
some
on
costs.
how out of pocket.
Not
Depends
much.
on how much equity you have in the home, but
okay.
your lender will go over that with you at the time if they feel it's right. Most lenders put you on in a system that if they see in 6 months, if you just purchased a house, that it might be a good time and they'll reach out to you and go over all the numbers.
Oh, nice.
That's the first time I saw Hugo raise his hand.
I'm excited.
He normally just like says something. I mean, I thought there was something wrong with the podcast. I'm like, what happened? Are we canceling this? Or what's going on? That's a great question. And you know, it's a question that most people will ask. But you know, I think the money that you'll save, if you do pay a little bit to refinance, it's not much. You roll it into the mortgage and it's back to, you're good again.
And I think with a lender educating you from the start, you know, when you're putting offers in now, they can talk about what could happen in the future. They could talk about if the rate's at 5.5% versus 7.5%. So you can, you know, look forward to something and what it could be, which is a good possibility.
Yeah, he's got a good lender. We're one of our sponsors, Mike Bauer from CMG Home Loans, is actually doing Hugo's mortgage, which is looking for a house. We might find out today.
That's right.
We might find out today if Hugo is going to be a homeowner. So it's going to be very exciting.
Very exciting.
So we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, so going on with there is a trend that I'm seeing that you're even saying there is that I'm starting to see FHA.
Correct. I had one accepted over the weekend. My buyer, a high school friend, very good friend of mine, has been looking for about 6 months.
Wow.
And every time we talk or we go look at a house, you know, obviously we have to see if the seller's accepting FHA. And I don't want him to get too excited.
Yeah.
I kept telling him each week, let's keep saving money, get your credit score higher, and boom.
Yeah.
We made it happen over the weekend.
That's great advice is while you're waiting, while you're not winning the homes, save up money, work on your credit score.
He listened.
That's perfect. And you know what's funny? What that does is every single time you write an offer for him, he's a better buyer.
Yes.
Right?
And
so 6 months later,
excited.
That's a lot. That could be a lot of money saved. That could be a much better credit score.
For sure.
That could be going from FHA to conventional.
Yep. And we had him go over of what he would have to pay down to increase his credit score. So, you know, if you're educating your client and they want to listen and they do listen, good things happen.
You're exactly right. I love that. So you're seeing FHA VA. We talked about. You said PHFA. You saw that, which is a Pennsylvania program, and that's what I'm seeing too. I'm definitely seeing.
Exciting.
It is exciting because I feel so bad for buyer clients over the past 2 years. Mm-hmm. I mean, I had people that I wrote 11 offers for until I actually got them a home, and that's not fun.
No, and I do feel the people that maybe were there a year ago and maybe they went into a rental for a year, their lease is coming due.
True.
I think now it's a good time for agents to reach out to them.
Absolutely.
And just let them know how the market did shift.
Yeah.
I mean, not promise them.
It's getting there.
Give it a try again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, here's the thing. What do you have to lose? You're not losing anything. When you make an offer, you don't lose your down payment. You don't lose anything. You lose time and you lose a little bit of effort and sometimes a little depressing. But
maybe you move into with family. It could be good or bad. Could save some money.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe encourage you to get out.
Yeah. Maybe they push you out. Maybe they make your bedroom
homeless.
very small. Maybe you're homeless. We're not in the business to make people homeless though.
No.
That's not our business. That's not us. So I have a question for you here. You've been producing at a really high level for a very long time. And I might have asked you this question before. I don't know if I did, but what do you feel is your secret sauce?
There's a lot of different things. It's all about relationships.
Yeah.
Hugo, when I came in today, he asked me to describe myself with 3 adjectives out of nowhere.
Wow. Very good.
Hugo was all over it.
Hugo's going to start his own podcast soon, I think.
So he put me on the spot.
Yeah.
But I do feel, being kind. I think I talked about this before, and just talking with your client and making them feel comfortable is still why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly.
I base all of my business off of referral, friends, family, not paying for leads. I'm proud to say that. Yes, I do advertising, but I'm not, creating anything on Zillow or Realtor.com.
Right.
It's all people I know.
That's important to bring out. Not to stop you there. I don't want to stop your role, but the whole not paying for leads is really important for, I think, agents to hear. And this shows for agents and for our clients and the consumer out there. So it's good to hear that you're not doing that you truly believe in building the relationships is what it's all about. And it's proven that it works because you did not just do this 1 year, did not just do this 2 years. You're how many years now? 18 years. At the top of your game, maybe 15 of those 18, maybe? I don't know really.
Yeah. You're
is that
12.
right? Okay. I thought it was around there.
Yep.
So that just shows you this is not a blip. That's a trend. And it also lets people know. And when agents come in, newer agents come into our office now these days, I kind of use that also and say, look, don't go spending money when you first start out. What you need to do is let everybody in the world know that you're in the business.
I agree.
And that's the most important part, because people need to know you're in the business, and then they'll work with you. If they like you, they will work with you.
I agree.
And that's what you do. You're building rapport, you're building trust, because nobody's going to work with somebody that is a salesperson.
Yes.
They want to work with somebody that they trust and that they feel good about, and that makes them feel good when they're around them, right?
I agree. And at the end of the day, I want them to be happy. Not one deal is just perfect and smooth. There's always a glitch.
Yeah,
maybe
course.
maybe
Absolutely.
my client doesn't know, but I'm behind the scenes making that as smooth as possible.
Yep.
And I want them to smile at the end of the day and
Absolutely.
feel good about what they just did, whether they bought a house, sold a parent's house, an estate. That's what makes me, tick every day. And that's what makes me want to keep loving what I do.
Now, do you find, because of that, when people refer you, do you find that the people that you work with are always kind of the same kind of people because of that?
It depends.
Are there times where your personality maybe doesn't fit as well
It
as
doesn't,
you wish it
but
would?
I feel that I can adapt very easily.
Chameleon?
Correct.
Yep.
I have first-time homebuyers. I have 90-year-old clients. I have people that maybe are completely opposite of me, but I make
Adapt.
it happen. Correct.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I love people.
Yeah.
No matter who they are, what they like, what I don't like, what it make it.
Well, and the common thing is we all are people.
Yes.
Like when they always talk about common bonds. Well, the first common bond is we're all people. So that's the most important common bond to start with. That's your foundation. And then you go from there. Maybe they like golf. Maybe they don't like golf. Maybe they like this. And you usually can find something that you can come on to a different level that has nothing to do with real estate.
I agree.
That you can talk about. And now all of a sudden the guard comes down and now it's about us being people.
Correct.
As opposed to being
and
salespeople.
I typically say that, there's some people, strict business, no personal conversations. Yep. I know when to have that or when not to. And
some people don't give a rip about your personal business.
Nope.
Some people do. Some people want. Hugo's like, yeah, you're right. No, some people just don't. They don't give a rip. They just don't care.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's totally okay.
I still make it happen.
Absolutely. Well, that's cool. You're driven to produce at a high level. Okay. What fuels that drive? Because drive needs fuel. So you can call it your why. You can. The why thing gets used too much. I'd rather say, what's the fuel? What's behind it all?
I'm a very competitive person.
I know that.
And guess what? I compete against myself.
Yeah.
I look at
that's okay.
My own numbers and what I can do, and it's about keep doing that. How do I get better? What makes my life complete?
Yeah.
Saving towards my kids' college or different organizations I'm donating to. That's what makes me happy, and it's really about me, beating those numbers myself. Yes, I am competitive. I love sports.
Yeah. Well, you were big in sports when you were younger, right? Yeah.
So I'm used to the team.
Yeah.
I love that part, but at the end of the day, I want to keep doing better for myself.
Yeah.
And that's my why.
That's awesome.
Make my family complete and happy.
That's awesome. Very cool. And you seem to do a good job with that.
Yes.
I watch on social media. We talked about changes. We talked about interest rates. What do you like to do besides real estate?
I love to golf.
Which is newer for you. Not new, but like kind of new.
It's been about 3 summers now, and I feel, there could be good days and bad days of golf.
That's golf.
Knows that.
That's golf, yeah.
I do feel it's the only time I typically play 9 holes, and it's the only time I have to myself. I try not to go on my phone and check work.
That's
People
good.
that
That's
golf with
very
me
good,
get
though.
Mad at me.
You need to do that.
I feel like it's the only time to myself that it's solely about me.
Cool.
And I can, work on my golf game and not think about where I'm going in an hour or what my next appointment is. So I do enjoy that.
And if you do that, your golf game will suck.
I know.
Seriously,
it did on Sunday.
If you're thinking about the next thing, if you're thinking about
for sure.
yeah, that's golf. I mean, if you're not in it, you're not going to do well.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a definitely got to be in it type thing.
Yeah, I love being with my kids. We've been at the pool quite a bit this summer.
Yep.
Sports, going to sporting events, and
so what's the goal, or let's just say, where would you want to be in 10 years?
Doing what I'm doing.
Doing what you're doing still. So you see yourself
I'm
keep
41
doing it.
and
well, yeah, she's 41. Jeez. I just turned 53. See, 10 years for me means 63. You know, it's a little different.
No, I
keep going.
For sure, because I can do this wherever I'm at. I do love to vacation, and you might not know when I'm on vacation.
Exactly.
I'm still working, but I don't see an end line at all right now.
That's
especially
good.
at my age. Like this is
so no like basket weaving or anything like that yet.
I can't
nothing.
Sit still. I'm
nothing
like
that.
Go. Let's
go.
go.
She's already ticked off. She's like this podcast is way too long. But no, because some people also have like do you want to become a private pilot? Do you want to?
No.
Do you want to do anything besides?
I like to. I'm
to
trying
challenge
to keep
yourself.
Building my book of buying properties for
there
investments.
You go. Okay.
And
good.
having the residual income.
Yes.
I do think that's important.
Yeah.
Best place to put your money.
No moving south?
No. Until my kids are out of school.
Until kids are out of school.
That's a while.
And how old are your kids?
7 and 9.
7 and 9.
First grade and fourth grade. I got a long time.
Yeah, you do have a long time. So do I. But I'm 53 and you're 41. 41? Is that right?
Yes, 41.
Oh, man. Holy mackerel. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to talk about at all? Or anything you want to say to anybody buying a property, anybody that's a realtor, in this business today, like to give them advice? Is there anything that you can think of?
To anybody buying or selling a property, whether you're using me or anyone in this business, make sure you're educated.
Yeah.
Make sure someone's going to hold your hand and know the exact process. Don't do anything that you're pressured into. And all the agents, especially in our office, have been wonderful, and just keep learning. Because every day is a new day.
It is. It's amazing how this business changes.
Septic inspections are back.
So that's funny because this is the ending of the podcast. We want to let you know that septic inspections are back, and people are like, "Really? Is that that's what I'm supposed to get?" That's the wrap up of the whole thing.
That's the wrap up.
That's the wrap up.
I'm very educated on
that. I love it. All right, there we go. Septic inspections are back from Kelly Spayd. What a great conversation. Please tune in every Thursday at 7 p.m. and we will see you again next week. Thank you so much. Thank you. Are your kitchen and bathroom remodels a little overdue? Well, now's your chance to call First Response Contracting. John Sellers will take care of you. 484-256-7136. They do residential and commercial, and they're licensed and insured. Give them a call at 484-256-7136.